Erica Schwartz. I'd invited a new friend for breakfast. While we were drinking our coffee, my guest asked if I wasn't going to introduce the gentleman who had previously been in the dining room. I said it must have been my husband, Joe, and I went to look for him. But the person had disappeared. My friend assured me she had seen a man who was wearing dark pants, a white shirt, and a black tie. That night I told my husband about it, but then we forgot all about the incident. 2 weeks later, my 10-year-old daughter woke up and saw a man standing at the foot of her bed, staring at her. We told her she must have had a bad dream. Several nights later, we heard noises of chairs being moved around in the dining room. Joe went downstairs to investigate. The chairs had been moved from their places, but there was no one there. As soon as he climbed back into bed, the noise started again. We lived with those noises for more than a year, and some of the guests who slept in our house swore they had seen a man who wore dark pants, a white shirt, and a black tie. In the end, we had to sell the place and move out.
Fred and Mildred McCann. Fred and Mildred McCann had finished rounding up the cattle and were heading home after a long and extremely hot day. It was already dark by the time they got to the edge of the woods that surrounded their property. Suddenly, they noticed a strange glow coming from the bushes about 100 yards away. Could it be sparks from a fire? A fire at this time of the year would be catastrophic. Mildred and Fred got on their horses and rode to the spot. As they approached a clearing in the middle of the trees, they saw hundreds of tiny lights flickering in the bushes. They looked like miniature stars. Crater, driver, recover, water, discover.
Excuse me, what's going on?
When I got to the park, a crowd had already gathered around that weird thing over there.
Gee, I wonder what it is.
Beats me. It must have fallen from the sky. Do you have any idea what it might be?
Whatever it is, it's man-made. It looks like part of a satellite to me.
Or it might be the remains of a weather balloon.
No, it can't be. I've seen weather balloons before, and that's not the type of equipment they have.
You see those lights flashing? And there's a humming sound coming from it. It must be a communications satellite.
Or maybe one of those UFOs. You never know.
What does Greg say?
1. Yeah, we'd better call the police. 2. It might be a time bomb. Let's get out of here. 3. I'm going to stick around to see what happens. 4. Your idea.